Hey guys, this is Ibrahim from Exa, and in this video I'll show you how to prepare your projects for exarender from Blender. Now it's very straightforward, very simple, so I'll get right to it. Okay, I'll be using for this demonstration a 3D model implemented by Natman and for the Aston Martin DB5. I will add a link in the I'll add a link to this model you can maybe see it and do whatever you plan on doing with it. Okay, so I'll get back to Blender. Alright, okay, it's right here. Alright, so if you have a project and you want to use the native rendering engine, which is the Blender render, then all you have to do is just make sure that you have what's important, whatever important configurations you need, and pack it into .blend file, save your work and upload it to exarender. Otherwise, if you did not do this step, the pack into .blend file, you will have to collect everything, all the materials, textures, etc. into one compressed file and upload it to exarender. So for the native rendering engine, the Blender render, all you have to do is just make sure that you have whatever you need, whatever configurations are important to you, pack into .blend file, save your work and upload it to exarender. And I will add a link to a video that explains how to use exarender to upload and render your new project. Okay, moving on to Blender cycles. If you're planning on using cycles render, now it's pretty much the same as the Blender render, as the native rendering engine. It's pretty much the same thing. However, there's something which is of importance here. It is the sampling. You will have to specify the render samples, in which, as you can see in the tooltip, it says that the number of samples to render for each pixel. So what cycles will keep on doing is that it will keep on enhancing the image until this number is reached. So you don't want to specify a low number that would result in a grainy sort of image. At the same time, you don't want to have an excessive number that you really don't need. So it's very important to specify a number here, so that cycles would know when to stop rendering for each pixel. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the cycles. You would want to do the exact same thing, pack into .blend file, save your work and upload it to exarender. Now if you're planning on using Luxrender, as you can see, it's not one of the options here, because then we will have to install the add-on, the luxblend add-on, that will enable exporting of Blender projects to Luxrender. Of course, you would want to also make sure that you install Luxrender, so we will go ahead and show you how to do so, or how to do that, sorry. Now you have various options. One of the options is to use graphicall.org, and as you can see, there are several builds here for Luxrender. You can use any one of those, or I mean, for me, I used the official site. In the downloads area, you can access the different platforms and choose of the I choose on the stable releases and of the 64-bit. I do have OpenCL drivers, so I choose the 64-bit Windows installer, and I've already downloaded it. So as you can see, it's right here. So I'll just double click and start the installation process. Okay, okay, I have this window here, and then that's the other screen, so I'll just bring it here. Okay, next, I do accept the agreement. We can quickly go through it. Okay, done. Next, now the installation path is very important, because in it will be the add-on for Blender. Okay, so in this case it's C program files Luxrender. You should remember this. Next, now these are the type of exporters. These are the plugins that can be used along with the modeling, 3D modeling softwares. Say for us, we're demonstrating using a Blender, so Luxblender is the one we need. We don't need the others, but if you really need those, you can install it just by ticking here. You have for 3D Max and you have for soft image. Luxblend is fine. So next. Next, the defaults are fine here. Next, install, and it's about to finish. There you go. Okay, great. Next, you don't have to. You really don't have to launch Luxrender now, and the installation instructions are pretty much straightforward, and it is what we will be showing you now. So finish. I'll just minimize this and bring back Blender. Okay, great. So as you can see, Luxrender is not one of the options here because I still have to install the add-on. What I have done earlier, I just have installed Luxrender and downloaded the add-on. So to install the add-on, I'll just have to go to Files, User Preferences. Okay. Yeah, it's in this one. It's in the other screen. I'll just bring it back. Keeps on flipping between the screens. Okay. Here's. So to install the add-on, I'll have to click on Install Add-on, and remember the installation path I told you about earlier. Now I have to go there now, navigate there. In my case, it was C Program Files, Luxrender, right here. As you can see, this is the add-on we will be installing now, luxblend, as this will enable exporting to Luxrender from Blender. I'll go ahead and click on Install. Now, these are all the installed add-ons. I'll filter them based on the type of render. Okay, as you can see, it's right here, Render Luxrender. To enable it, I'll just have to tick it here. It should be enabled. It will probably just take a few seconds. Okay. Okay, so Luxrender is enabled now. So I'll just have to close it here, and it should be one of the options. Yep, right here. So I'll just have to choose it and make the necessary changes. Now there are a couple of important things that one has to do before uploading to Luxrender. Is that it's in the you would want to go to the Luxrender Render Settings and make sure that the rendering is actually hybrid path, so that you would enable the use of GPUs. Now, as you can see, GPUs are not shown here. To show them, you have to click on Show OpenCL Options, and as you can see, just make sure that the Use GPUs is actually ticked. And these you can leave these as is, no problems. They will be taken care of. Now, what is also important, or very very important, is the Halt Spp or the hold time. Now, if you leave these 0 or as they are, the what will happen is that Luxrender will keep on rendering the image and it will not stop. So it's very important to specify these. As now, what will Luxrender do is that it will keep on enhancing the image until this number is sufficed. So it's very important to specify a number here. The recommended values are, now if you specify something below 40, it's more like an equivalent to a draft version. Now, and if you're looking for a really good review, for a really good preview, you would want to choose something between 100-ish. And if you're planning for the final render, you would want to choose something between 600 to 1000 something. That will really do good. I mean, you can choose whatever is suitable for you, and of course along with the other configurations that you really need. Okay, so it's very important that you make sure that the rendering is actually hybrid and use GPUs is actually ticked, and that you specify a number for Halt Spp or the whole time. Either will do. Okay, so and then you would want to do the exact same thing. Export pack into .blend file, save and upload to exarender. Otherwise, you'll have to pack everything or collect everything in one compressed file and upload it to exarender. So to quickly recap, if you are using the native render, Blender render, you just need to choose the important configurations to you, pack into .blend file, save your work, and upload it to exarender. If it's the cycles, it's very important to specify the number of render samples. Yeah, and if you're choosing Luxrender, it's very important that you specify the rendering hybrid path and you make sure that you're actually using GPUs, and the Halt Spp or the hold time are specified. You would want to do the exact same thing, pack into the blend file, save your work, and upload it to exarender. That it's as simple as that. I hope I didn't take much of your time, and if you do have any feedback or comments, please do fill us in. We really appreciate it, and have a good day. Yeah, all right.